Hi everybody, Mrs. Love here. I had a lot of questions about things, so I decided to put together just a little recording for you. You could share this with your learning coach, and this will help you locate things and figure out how things work for your history class. So a couple of things I want to go over first, just to clarify any questions you might have. For history class, textbook readings. These are required. I'm going to assign a textbook reading every day, and it should be completed before you come to the next class. It's so important to do the reading. We do not have time to read the entire chapter for each lesson in class. We just don't have enough time. So it's really up to you to be doing this reading outside of class, and if you don't do it, you're really going to get behind. The next thing is we did set up the teams helpers, and I made the teams or the groups, and I found out today we still have many students changing classes and coming and going and figuring out their status. So these are going to probably be updated, I'm hoping, next week. So you might change teams from what I originally told you. Part of creating the teams is to encourage participation in the class. So when it's your team's turn to do the jobs on the board, it's really important that you're doing your job. The other reason I created the teams is because I like to put you in small groups for discussions and activities, because with 30 plus students in a classroom, sometimes it's really hard to get everybody involved in a discussion. So when we go to outside discussions in our small groups, it's also very important that you participate and communicate with your teammates. A majority of our class time is spent on teacher-led lessons. And already we've had a few classes, so I think you understand the way that works. Something that you can always do if you forget or you miss part of class or you're sick one day is to go back. Remember, you can view recordings of every class. I try really hard to get my recordings up within an hour after my class ends. I don't always do it, but I try to. The other thing is I always copy all the slides from our classroom. I make a copy of those and I load them into our online school for the lesson on that day. So you can always go back and look at the slides that I showed you in class in case you want to review anything. And then the last thing I want to cover here, just as far as classroom procedures, is that every day we're going to have a graded assignment, every single day except on the day that we're reviewing for a quiz or a test, and on the day that we take a quiz or a test. Every other class will have a graded assignment. You are expected to complete those in class when I assign them. I always try to give you like 5 minutes at the end of class to finish that. If you don't finish it, then it is homework for you to finish on your own. Now, it's very important to complete these. You get points for these. If you don't do them, you're going to get zeros. And it also is going to help you prepare for our test, because many of the questions that are on the graded assignments will be on the test as well. So if you get them done in class every day, you don't have to worry about them as homework, but they will always close on Sunday of that week at 11:30 p.m. and they will not be reopened. Okay, so what I want to do now is take you into the online school and show you where some things are located, because I feel like people are still having trouble finding things. So let me take you to the online school. Right now I'm signed in as a teacher, but I'm going to switch so it looks like what you see when you go. So you can see right here, I am in my history class, and I know that because of the title at the top of the page. Now, on my history class, I have a menu here. Much of the things that you're going to be looking for are accessible from this menu. Let me see. I want to remember what I'm telling you. So the first thing I want you to be able to find is our online textbook. This can be found in a couple of places. You can click this content button, or if you look down here in these little squares, these are like shortcuts that will take you where you want to go. So right here I see course materials. If I click on that, it's going to bring me right to the course materials menu. Excuse me. So, and if I scroll down, I'm going to see right here is my links to both editions of our textbooks. Now, the one we're using right now is the first one. It's volume C. Okay, so if you don't have the actual textbook, you can retrieve this from the website. Now, if you click on this, then you click on the link and it will open for you. Sometimes it takes a minute to load. You can play with this because you can adjust the size that you're viewing it at. You can go directly to a page number by typing it in. Okay. If this does not work for you, you need to see me because everyone should have a working textbook. Okay, so let's go back to our home page. Now, important here is you need to be able to find your assignments. There are several ways you can find your assignments. The first way is to click on this plan, and we showed you this in orientation, but I want to show it to you again. This is my calendar. I like to keep my calendar in the month view, but you can change it if you want. You can change it to week. You can change it to day, whatever you like. I like the month view because I could see everything on one page. So if I were to go to today on my calendar, I have 3 things here. So the first one is always the lesson number that I want you to look at, whatever's on the top. And if you click on that, you're going to see this word more. What I've done is I've entered all the assignment information for this day. So this tells you the class you're in. This tells you your homework. I've added guided notes for you. There are 2 different versions of the guide notes. One is a Word document that you can type on. The other one's a PDF document that you can just print. So the guided notes are for you to complete on your own. I don't collect them, I don't check them, and I don't grade them. But this is to make a study guide for you to have for your test. So I would highly encourage you to do those. Important here is the link for your graded assignment. Every day you have a graded assignment. Anything that's highlighted blue is a live link. So if you click it, it's going to take you right to that assignment. Then I have down here the chapter reading. I have a link to the book. And then I have another link to the graded assignment here. So that's from your plan calendar. So if I go back to the home page, another place that I could find my assignments, if I scroll down, is in the class announcements. Every day I will put the announcement for you. Oh, Mrs. Love had a spelling mistake there. Wow. So anyway, I usually put a picture in the announcement for the day. I put the date, and then it's exactly the same what I just showed you in the plan. This is your whole assignment. The other thing I do is I add past due assignments so you know that you missed something. Okay? Now, there's one more place you can go to find your assignments. Do you see how we try to help you? You can go to the content menu, or you can click the shortcut for the unit we're in. So I'm going to use this shortcut. Let's try that. Okay. Sorry if you're hearing noise in the background. I have my window open here, but if you go to the content, and we're in Unit 1 because it's highlighted blue, you're going to look for the lesson for that day. Here's today's lesson. The date is September 12th. The lesson number and name is here. So when I highlight something on this contents, it's going to open the menu for that item on the other side of the screen. And if I scroll back up, I could see, oh, look, here's lesson 2. But if I scroll down, here's my graded assignment right here. I can click on it and get it there. The other thing I could see from this menu, Mrs. Love adds the lesson slides from that day in the content. So if I wanted to go back and look at what we covered in class, I could just click on that. And this is exactly what we did in class today. So that's another little helpful thing. I'm going to go back to the lesson again. And you do have access to the online lesson, although unless you're an asynchronous student, you do not have to do those. And then there's some enrichment activities that are called Beyond the Lesson if you want to do that. So easy to find all of your assignments, okay? I can't think of anything else I need to show you right now. Always check your emails. You have access to your email right here. And other than that, I cannot think of anything else I need to show you. So if you have any questions at all about anything, you should ask a teacher or visit us in our office hours. I wanted to show you this. Sorry, I was trying to make this big for you. My office hours are Monday through Thursday most weeks. Sometimes I will have to cancel them because I have other meetings and stuff. But from 3 to 3:30, there's a link on your schedule. It says office hours, Mrs. Love. If you have any questions about anything, please come see me. I am here to help you. All right, that's it for now. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you soon.